Good day, viewers. It's time to visit my good old tabloids. And today we are going to the tabloid of Monday, June 2nd to June 8th, 2003. The price in Ghanaian currency at that time is 1,500 cities. Can you imagine that? For a paper, for an ordinary paper. 1,500 cities. Very likely the currency was devalued and our money came down a bit. But it's again rising due to the international market, due to the oil price changes. Anytime they change, the developing countries suffer. We suffer until we have to use big amounts of money to buy drinking water. Unfortunate. So this is the paper we're going to see here. Let me read the headlines first, or even the inside. The inside. Okay, husband chases pastor. I've shown it to you. Man suffers double agony. Um, then the inside stories. I'll quickly read the headlines and then choose some to read. Daddy chases away the pastor. Daddy chases away the pastor. Frank confronts the chief inspector. You will see that these are very long stories, very interesting, but I can't go into them because one story will take a whole video. And therefore, I don't know if anybody is interested in those stories. Maybe they contact me. I will sell them to them for a few cents. They're very long stories and very interesting. Daddy chases away the pastor. Frank confronts the chief inspector. Then we have jokes. That one, I think we will read them. Then who are the racketeers behind the Krobo chieftaincy? Not important for, only important for Ghanaians. Man suffers, okay. Driver fined 7 million Ghana cedis for for negligibly killing two others. Notorious litigant pushes 200 CD case to court. So you can imagine if a paper is buying at 1,500 CDs, and somebody has a court a court case of 200 CDs, and he's pushing it to court. So you can imagine, eh? Something that cannot buy a newspaper. Sad, isn't it? Or rather interesting, isn't it? Then we go to the next page. My mom is pestering my life. I don't know if you can read it. Why am I always late? Okay, should I opt for an operation for this embarrassing condition? He is insanely jealous. I'm having nightmares. Then the next one is uh, strange but true. We hope to go to them, to go to the store, to go to that. Then Mokoto Films. Georgette visits Tony. The sex orgy. And this is quotation from the author. What gives the child the itch also provides him fingernail. That's quotation from the author, I suppose. Then, oh my God. Then a short biography of Mary J. Blige. Then Clinton sex caught on tape. Clinton sex romp caught on tape. Kano dashes overseas to rescue alien sister. Ex-girlfriend files abuse lawsuit against pop star Prince. Let me show you the. So I hope you've seen the picture of former President Clinton of America. So Clinton's sex romp caught on video. I don't know if we will go to that, if we can go, if there's time to go to that. Uh, then the next page. The sex orgy is also a long story. These are a series of stories. They come on every paper every week. What he's really thinking the first time you have sex. Then we have my wife's best friend. It's also one of the series of stories that come every week. Then we have Alaji Konkode's hot gossip. I think that one we must, it's a must that we go to them because of the way he wants, the manner in which he uses to straighten people with bad character. Then tanker drivers on strike, not important for, only important for Ghanaians. So now let's see which ones we can select to read. Okay, man suffers double agony. Let's see. It's very it's very unusual for a man to suffer double or triple agonies within limited time consecutively. An account adage is explicit with this maxim. Ahonohono nhunu mprenu. Ahonohono nhunu mprenu. But as if by faith or design, the accounts in Ghana will understand it. But as if by faith or design, Mr. Bismarck Kofi Asim, a businessman and resident of Chantan in Accra, has suffered a double calamity for reasons known only to Providence. According to a reliable police source at Tenaso, Mr. Ansim has a girlfriend by name Emilia Apa Bonsu. Emilia Apa Bonsu. Where's the place again? By name Emilia Apa Bonsu, who comes from North Patasi, a suburb of Kumasi, and Emilia were expected a visitor. Who comes from North Patasi, a suburb of Kumasi, and Emilia were expecting a visitor from abroad and had planned. Please, I'm reading what I've seen. Expecting a visitor from abroad and had planned meeting the visitor at the airport together. Emilia declined to see Mr. Asim at the appointed time to the airport, so the man, after fruitlessly waiting at home for Emilia, decided to go to the airport alone. In his absence, Emilia allegedly came to his house, broke into his room, and stole $13,000, $14,000, 8 million CDs, and a Nokia mobile phone, and bolted to Kumasi. This is a thief. This is not a girlfriend. And bolted to Kumasi. Mr. Asim, who later detected the theft, phoned Emilia's mother at North Patasi to break the sad news of the theft. Madam Admoa Sewa, Emmanuel's mother, then told Mr. Asim the daughter had come to give 3,000 cedis of the stolen money to her. Look at the amount of money you've stolen, and you've given your mother just 3,000 cedis. Okay, I've given 3,000 cedis to her. Mr. Ansim followed up to Kumasi and lodged a complaint to the police, who accompanied him to arrest the woman and one of Emily's friend, Anita Ano. The police found a television set and $2,600 with Madame Sewa, while a detailed policeman while a detailed policeman was escorting the two suspects Uh-huh. We're expecting the two suspects and exhibits in the company of Mr. Asim in the car to Tennessee police who were handling the theft case. Mr. Asim's car burst a tie, veered off the road, and was involved in an accident at Nsawam near Accra. She 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 complains was said. I don't know where the she complainants was said to have suspect. I think it's the complainants. Well, I think it's printing error. The complainants was said to have sustained serious injuries and was admitted to the Nsawam hospital, while the police escort and two suspects were treated and discharged in Accra. Meanwhile, Tennessee police have intensified their hunt for Amelia, who is said to be on the run to Nigeria, where she was said to have gone to look for protection, leaving her friend in perpetual anxiety and agony. Truly, the propensity of some of our youth to reap where they have not sown, to amass ill gotten wealth at the expense of innocent people and lack of sensitivity to people's plight are being social problems that are big social problems that all must collectively think about. That are big, uh, that all must collectively think about. In fact, serious theft cases of this nature involving young women should be a real bother to parents and opinion leaders in our society. That morality has gone haywire to the swine. What sort of parents? She stole the money and she gave it to the mother, and the mother kept it. Then turned around and told you that the woman gave her 3,000. The woman herself is a thief. Konkode will say, Barao, ewi. Eh? Okay. Driver fined 700 cities for negligently killing two others. Okay, I don't think that is that is an accident. Notorious litigant pushes 200 cities case to court. Can anybody in the right frame of mind spend so much money, time, and energy just to punish and shame a perceived rival, except maybe there is a psychological problem with such a character? At, this, at the Senchi Magistrate Court in the Aguajama district of the Eastern Region last Monday, 28th April 2003, it was murmurs, whispers, anger and laughter as skinny woman Beatrice Ohinuwa, 35 years, in answer to a question which stood thus, Mami auntie, Mami auntie, Mami auntie Sena Wontuma Nshefri Jatiki Hako ha Jakiti Bakota. Well, it's I can't read the language well. It translates. Madam, how did you pay as lorry fare from Jankati to this court? I see. How did you pay from Madam? How much did you pay as lorry fare from Jankati to the court? Jankati to the court could be a 20 kilometer, could be 20 kilometers. She answered, 6,000, please. Look at that. Paying 6,000 cedis, let's say in and out 1,200 to pursue a case of 200 cedis. Well, some people can be annoying. I think she just wanted to punish, to disgrace the person involved, like the paper says. So, 6,000, please. And you brought 200 CD case to the court? She hesitated and said, he's, and said, he stole my cassava and the land is mine. This brought proceeding to a close as the suspect was acquitted and discharged, and the complainant advised to file a civil suit to claim the parcel of land. The suspect, uh, the suspect of dispute, as that was the rule. According to the police at okay, let's leave the rest of the story and go fast. So I think there was land case involved, and so maybe this writer didn't put it right. Instead of mentioning 200 cities, he should have told us that it's a case of land. The last stroke being the theft of 200 cities. Okay, my mom is pestering my life. My mother was very bright but left school early because money was tight in their family. Things were not much better when the three sisters and I were growing up. But okay, I don't think it's a very important story. Now, let's go to should I opt for an operation for embarrassing condition? No, it's also not important. Okay, now let's go to strange but true. Let's go to strange but true. Uh, the tallest living woman is Sandy Allen, born June 18, 1955 in Chicago, who lives now in Niagara Falls, Canada. On July 14, 1977, she measured 7 feet 7 1/4 inches at age 22 when she underwent a pituitary gland operation to inhibit further growth. A 6.5 pound baby to when she underwent a pituitary gland operation to inhibit further growth. Okay, full stop. Sorry. A 6.5 pound baby, her acromegalich growth began. Soon after birth, her greatest weight has been about 462 pounds. She takes a size 16 EEE shoe. So size 16 EE shoe. So 16 up, as I presume, represents feet. Mm. EEE, I don't know, maybe enlarge. Mm. Okay. Oldest little people. There were only two centenarian dwarfs on record. The first was Miss Anne Glowes of Matlock, Derbyshire, England, who died August 5th, 1784, at the age of 103. She was 3 feet 9 inches and weighed 48 pounds. Hungarian born Susanna Bocchini, into inverted commas, Princess Susanna of Newton, NG, died age age 105 years on August 24th, 1984. She was 3 feet 4 inches tall, 4 inches tall and weighed 37 pounds. I have a small weight, but I think I've beaten her. Pardon me to say that. Most premature birth. Ernestine Hudgens was born weighing 17 ounces, 18 weeks premature, in Santiago, Chile, on February 8, 1983. This has been equaled. This has been equaled by Alexander Maglad. I don't know if it's Maglad or Maglade. Born in Middlesbrough, Cleveland. God. Equaled by Alexander McLeod, born on Middlesbrough, Cleveland, England, on May 20, 1988 and 1986, at the same weight. At the same weight. Okay, longest mustache. The longest mustache until now was that of Musariya Dean, born 1908, a Brahmin of the Patagar district in Uttar Pradesh, India. Well, I'm not surprised it's coming from around that area. It grew to an extended span of 102 inches between 1949 and 1962. 102 inches. I don't know, maybe that's about 7 or 8 feet. Wow. Oh, however, from 1973 to March 2nd, 1987, the mustache of Brija Pelas, born September 21, 1934, of Malbo, Sweden, has grown to a record length of 109 inches. So he's beaten the Indian by 7 inches. Okay, most valuable tooth. In 1966, a tooth belonging to Sir Isaac Newton, a tooth belonging to Sir Isaac Newton, 1643 to 1727, was sold in London for £730. It was purchased by a nobleman who had it set in a ring which he wore constantly. Well, money can do anything. And people with money, I don't know what that means anyway. Yawning. In Lee's case, reported in 1988, a 15-year-old female patient yawned continuously for a period of 5 weeks. I don't know what they mean by continuously, whether you open the mouth for 5 weeks or you open them close for 5 weeks. I don't know. Well, I think it's opening and closing for 5 weeks. Okay, loudest snore. The highest measured sound, measured sound level recorded by any chronic snore is a peak of 87.5 decibels at Hever Castle, Kent, England, in the early hours of 28 of June 28, 1984. Hunger strike. The longest recorded hunger strike was 385 days from June 28, 1972 to July 18, 1973 by Dennis Gila Goodwin in Wakefield, Bristol, West Yorkshire, England, protesting his innocence of a rape charge. He was force-fed by tube orally. Okay. The longest recorded hunger strike without force feeding was one of 98 days. Was one of 98 days by 9 men in Cork Prison, Ireland, from August 11 to November 12, 1920. These 9 survivors owed their lives to expert medical attention and an appeal by the nationalist leader Arthur, Arthur Griffith. Guide dog. Next story. The longest period of active service reported for a guide dog is 30 years, 2 months. In the case of a Labrador Retriever Beach Naked Polly, helped whelped October 10th, 1956. Whelped is spelled Whelped. October 10th, 1953. Owned by Rose Resnick of San Rafael, Sea Cliff, Sunrise fell, sea cliff. The dog was put on a sleep December 15, 1971. Uh, all the series here don't seem to be too to be very important. So we go to the next page. Okay, I don't know if we should be Clinton's story, but let's go over it. No, let's go to the next story. Okay, I think it's a short story. I think it's a short story. Mr. Clinton, I'm very sorry, but it's not my intention. I just want, you've been a president before, and everybody knows. In fact, at that time, people knew Clinton's character of, you know, womanizing, so to speak. Bill Clinton has been caught on videotape cheating on Hillary, and the steamy sex romp could torpedo her political career. Now, foes of Hillary are in an all-out race to obtain the tape and publicize it on exclusive Enquirer investigation has discovered. An exclusive Enquirer investigation has discovered. Full stop. The issue, the issue that goes on sale Friday reveals how Clinton was taped having sex in a pickup truck. Oh my God! In a pickup truck with a department store clerk. How Hillary's opponents plan to use the. I think it is now. Is the word should be now. Now and not how. Now Hillary's opponents plan to use the video to sabotage her political plans. To sabotage her political plans. So that's a short story. Let's go to the next page. And the next. Okay. Alaji Konkode. So Alaji Konkode's hot gossip. First story. Papa actor and playwright. Are you the only Branty4? Are you the only Branty4? I think Branty4 is maybe somebody who is a young man. I don't know. But that's my thinking. Okay, my brother, I've heard a lot about you, and I'm beginning Sorry, I've heard a lot about you, and I'm beginning to believe. Are you a sex maniac, or do you like to be named the sex machine? There are questions. Why can't you stick to one woman, but you choose to chase any beautiful woman who crosses your way? Are you not married at the Methuselah's age? Are you not married at that Methuselah's age? Okay, are you not married at that Methuselah's age? If you are married, why can't you discipline your kweku? Don't through kra kwaku? How did you manage your into brackets kweku? Don't through kra. It means literally. It means kweku. Don't be afraid at all. Maybe it's referring to his male organ. Are you bleaching your face to entice the women? Yeah. Sorry. Have you bleached your face have you bleached your manhood as well? Well, he bleached the face. Then they ask him, have you bleached your manhood as well? Ora, you are matured. Ora means maybe Mr. or something like that, or gentleman, something like that. Ora, you are matured enough to know good and bad. Stop chasing women so as to avoid the numerous rumors, the numerous rumors, comma, speculations, and conjecture about you. People don't speak well about you. Cra means at all. People don't speak well about you at all. But I thought you were a gentleman, at least as an actor, playwright. Next paragraph. Practice the good things you preach and stop fooling around. Mhm. So I think he has started slowly. If you don't stop one day, you shall die on top of a woman. So be it. You people are shameless. You people are shameless spices of men. You care nothing about decency, but it is important in our lives as people. Okay. See, well, it's another language, local language here. Maybe those who understand will know. Sie atete na wo yɛngyae wo hwane your hone. Okay, I can't read it. Okay, next paragraph. Women are not food. Women are not food nor clothing to be changed as we at will. Women are not food or clothing to be changed at will. They are the good daughters of Mother Eve, who should be respected, treasured, and loved. Unfortunately, women these days are throwing themselves for men to use. They don't mind if they are 10 and one man is sleeping with them one after the other. They don't mind, unfortunately. Okay. So, next paragraph. Don't misuse them and dump them because you are their boss. If you do, you with always get the front page as a I think it should be will and not with. If you do, you will always get the front page as a scandalous sex maniac. Look at your face. Just come. That's how he always he mostly ends his stories. He say, look at your face like a munch girl. Oh, good. Look at your face like a munch girl. Uh, I simply hate seeing faces like yours on Mondays and Thursdays. Change, or you shall be given the little, or you shall be given the title without a fight. A shifo, a German4. So German4 is wayward, sexually wayward person, like I've said. So, okay, he hasn't been too hard on him, but he says you should look at the face. I don't know how Alaji Konkode's face looks like. Well, I don't know. Uh, I hope to be able to know him. I believe he's alive and hearing these stories. But I love him because I know he's fighting for the truth. Mm. He's fighting for what God doesn't like. So I like him anyway. That so-called journalist, next story. What do you know at all? I think we've read this story before. My so-called brother of the Inky fraternity, what are you and what do you know at all that you don't want mosquitoes to sleep? Abba, how can he prevent mosquitoes from sleeping? Hmm? Okay. I was shocked to have learnt that you hop from place to place and man to man, uh, pending falsehood and half truths about people and issues you know next to nothing about. This is dangerous. I think that this is referring to a female journalist. Hmm? I've been told your aim is always to frighten people so as to extort money from your suspected victims. Oh, do you know? Such behavior is against the ethics of your profession. So you see, this is why I like Alaji Konkode. Mm. How many journalists have you seen or heard doing this? You write half truths and blatant lies to tarnish people's reputation. You call yourself an investigative journalist, but you know next to nothing about investigations. You dwell on rumors and speculate on stories, deceiving people with your rumors and lies. Even, even in most of your stories, even in most of your stories, you consult the stories. You concoct. Oh, sorry. Even in most of your stories, you concoct the stories and spice them with blatant lies. I am wondering how your editor accept those your stories for publication without knowing they are not stories at all, but your own imaginations about issues and your own imaginations about issues and people you refuse to bow to your who refuse sorry about people who refuse to bow to your request for money. What is journalist? And she comes to frighten you that he might publish a story about it, which is false. Of course, they refuse, and then he goes away, ahead anyway to tarnish their image. I don't know. Uh, Even let me see. You dwell on rumors and speculate on stories, deceiving people with your rumors and lies. Even in most of your stories, you extort man, you extort. Okay, I've read it. You refuse to bow. Who refuse to bow to your request for money? Yes. Okay, that's where I stop. Take it from me. I have detailed my agents to watch you from now, and should you fall offline, I I let your editor know of your dirty tricks and shall inform the EJA ethics and shall inform, I don't know, I'm reading what I said, shall inform the EJA ethics committee for you are a shame to the noble profession. I think he wants to say inform mm, your dirty tricks, and I shall inform, yes, I say it's inform, and I shall inform the EJA ethics committee for you are a shame to the noble profession. Next paragraph. You've come to see senior journalists reading car. Oh, I mean, I think he wants to say riding cars. I say reading cars. Okay. You've come to see senior journalists riding cars. You think they got them in, on silver platter? So you also want to ride jets. So you also want to ride jets. Uh, Be careful. Be careful before you are sanctioned. Blatant lies and extortion cannot lead you. Blatant lies and extortion can lead you to nowhere. If you want to build a beautiful career, look at your face in the mirror. Check your cheeks. Check your thick lips. He will insult. I know Kokode will insult her at the last. Look at your face in the mirror. Check your thick lips and your big forehead. And your big forehead like a portmanteau. Thief. Julo. Fiafito. Mm. Uh, I know Alaji Kokode will insult at last. Okay, I think this is the last story. Uh, those who must, those two must musketeers operating at Tema and Krobo area. Let me ask you two gentlemen a simple question. If you answer no, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. Rousers and deceitful. You are in trouble. Dash. Rousers and deceitful. Can you imagine being cheat nature? Please, I don't know. Maybe you can figure out what she's doing. The word is spelled CVHEAT. That's CV, then heat follows. I think it's being cheated. Can any human being, and can anybody, okay, it's cheat. Can any human being cheat nature? It's a question. That is your $1,000,000 question. Yearning for immediate answer. You cannot thrive on lies. Who do you think you are cheating? Your good selves? You two are not working. You two of them, the figure two. You two are not working, but you are again reading flashy cars. So let me change it to riding. The D are two. You two, but you are riding flashy cars. At whose expense? It's the question. You are thieves and criminals, and criminals have no stake. And criminals have no stakes now. Now that I have had Now that I've heard your stories, you are in big trouble. Indeed, they are in big trouble because if anything at all, he will insult them. Hmm? Uh, they are in big trouble indeed. You are fomenting trouble in the Kroba area, using corrupt policemen and corrupt judicial personnel at the expense of peace and development. No way for Satan. You, you casual you caused the arrest of innocent people, including old people, who can best be your fathers, and get them detained for nothing in the constitutional era. In this constitutional era, wallahi, trouble D. So wallahi is swearing God. Trouble D. The D is spelled D-E-Y. So there will trouble. He say wallahi, there will trouble. Hmm? And wallahi, trouble D. You are more criminal You are more criminal than the noted armed robbers. Yes, I think so. You have stolen and sold vast stretches of land which are not yours, and you are using the money for foolish things. You are using that a woof. You are using that a woof money from the sale of land to bribe and corrupt public officials who fall in line with your who fall in line with your it's like three dash. So a wolf is a term used in Ghana to mean improperly acquired money, a wolf money. So next paragraph. You have reached your titus. Your mortuary numbers are soon to fall. So be careful. Bad friends. So be careful, bad friends. Watch your heads. You say, watch your heads. Watch your heads now because trouble is soon to come. I promise you, cockroaches. I promise you, cockroaches, hell. This is too. This is no joke. This is no joke at all. Jilo, or let me read it well. Jalo people. Don't know what Jalo means. Okay, it's Jilo, yes. Jilo people, thieves. Jilo means thieves, who are operating the Jilo people who are operating at Dodowa, Agomeda, Dowuna, and Tema. I think we've ended that. Oh, time is against us. I think we'll continue with the same paper in our next video. So thanks very much. Bye bye.